Hello and happy Monday, everyone, or happy whatever day it is you happen to be watching. Today is a beautiful spring day that doesn't feel like it's March and is tricking me into wanting to plant things outside, but it's still just a little too early. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to work on a couple long-term beds for strawberries. So let's get into that. I've got hopefully enough material here between this pile, and this right over here. I'm hoping that's enough so I don't have to go cut anything because I don't want to play with tools today. So yeah, let's get into this. I am very happy to say that I did indeed have enough material between the two piles of scrap wood that I didn't actually need to cut anything. Absolutely nothing is measured on either box I built, but if anyone's interested in my design, I'd be happy to measure everything and share pictures so they could be reproduced. I had originally planned to build 3 boxes, but after the second one was finally completed, it was getting close to the time where I would lose daylight and mosquitoes were in force, so I'll just be getting back out there later to finish that 3rd box. Because I was relying on matching up the slats of wood I had to build each box, one is slightly larger than the other. I've estimated that one will hold roughly 12 plants and the other 16 because of this small size difference. Once the 3rd box is built, I'm hoping that will be enough space for roughly 40 plants total. Now, this is only half the amount that I had originally planned for, but if these boxes hold up and produce more than expected, I might be convinced to stick with just the 3 boxes. As you can see, in each box I have the corner supports sticking up over the sides. This is for a good reason and not just because I was too lazy to trim them down on the drop saw. We have very aggressive deer pressure around here, and I have lost so many plants to them literally ripping them out by the roots that I've started trying everything and anything to keep these vegetable-starved beasts at bay. As you can see from previous videos, I've been beefing up the fencing, but I haven't been able to get enough material for the entire area, and they can still easily jump over several sections of the fence. This year, I'm going to be experimenting and putting all the old bird netting I have to use by installing it over literally everything. These taller support beams on the strawberry boxes are going to be what holds up the netting here, so it was by design and not just from laziness, I promise. And I know I said earlier that I didn't want to use any power tools, but I couldn't find any nails, so I had to use a drill to put the boxes together. The nails I pulled out of the slats were far too rusted, and I didn't trust them not to break under the pressure of hammering them into place. I'm sure they probably would have been fine to use over the 1.5-inch screws that I ended up using, but I couldn't find safety glasses, and I didn't want to lose an eye just in case they weren't. So you still get to enjoy watching me struggle with power tools today. While most of the wood that I used was from old, all I can imagine that they were from was old wooden pallets. With the second box, I didn't have any pieces of lumber that would fit what I needed for the support beams in the middle that would hold all of the sides together. So these pieces were actually stolen off of the old chicken coop that I had. And I actually think that the coop has been more use to me now than it ever was while I was using it for its intended purpose. Because it was just so big and unwieldy for one person to move on their own that it just wasn't fitting my needs. And it was really hard to clean out. But now it has helped me complete at least 3 projects, so I'm still very pleased with it even though I'm not using it as a coop. Alright. Pretty good looking. Got 2. Should be able to get a decent amount of berries, or I guess plants, in each of these. These are a little bit longer. I just want those there basically so these are here to put bird netting over the top so animals can't get in. Last time I planted strawberries, the deer came and ripped them all out of the ground, all 80 plants that I had. So I'm hoping by putting them in raised beds and draping bird netting over the top that it will be enough to deter them from completely destroying them, and also having them a little bit closer to the house because I had them in a patch that was nowhere near the house. So we'll see if this works. All right, and that is all I have for today. I'm running out of daylight, so there's not much more I can do out here anyway. Thank you all for watching, really appreciate it. If you like what you saw, please let me know. Drop a like, leave a comment, you can subscribe. You can also check out my Instagram, my TikTok, and my blog if you want to see more. I got stuff up every single day pretty much. So with that, thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next time.